atrocious haters you ever seen in your picking life. And as usual, we are back in the haters den. Shout out to the Motivated Brain, the motivatedbrain.com, MH_Power1, everywhere on the Instagrams. Holla at us, you feel me? It's the Brody in the building. Shout out if you listening on Anchor, Apple, Google, in your house, at work, ignoring your lady, whatever you doing right now. If you watching us right now, shout out to you, bro. Make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment. We pointing at you right now. So now you have to do it. Pause this fucking video and do that shit right now, or else we gonna point at you again. You really not gonna like that shit.
Not at all. It's not. You're not gonna like it. It's not gonna be fun.
Ooh. I'm gonna do both hands next time, dude. Palm's Gucci, man.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Palm. I think I should tell people my new handle because I haven't been telling people that.
What's that?
And they don't know that my old Twitter is dead. King Palm died like a couple months ago.
Why? How would that?
I don't know. I think I said retarded. And
It was like you suspended for illegal activity?
yeah.
It was an internet shootout.
Yeah, they was like retarded. That's a no. So yeah, you know, now I'm Palm with the ski mask. And today I'm gonna be
There's other people with ski masks, but he's Palm.
yeah, I'm Palm. Just Palm with the ski mask.
The originator of the ski mask.
Pretty much. Today I'm gonna be a black quarterback turned wide receiver. Yeah, because I wasn't smart enough to play quarterback.
I like that shit. I like that shit. Yo, it's worse, man. Today I'm gonna be out with name brand, but nobody in real life loves me for me.
I like that.
I know a lot. We know a lot of people like that. So we just we all do though. That's the crazy shit.
Oh yeah, I'm suspended right now, so I'm if y'all follow the Haters Ball Show account, y'all see that shit already. That's it.
That's that smash.
Yo, what's good? It's Fred.
I ain't even do nothing though. I just CMA shit.
I'm gonna be Anthony Davis. Back to back dunks.
Back to back.
Ross.
Back to back.
Who was the Warriors center again? Willie McCauley-Stein.
Willie McCauley-Stein.
Anybody named after a dude that played at Home Alone is a bird.
Willie McCauley-Stein.
Yes, me, Colton. I also have a new Twitter, Show Up to Colton, and I think I'm gonna be I'm colleges deciding to pay Snoop Dogg and strippers before I pay my athletes.
Oh,
damn!
Shots.
Kansas. That was to you.
Yeah.
Midnight Madness. It was madness for real. We can talk about that later, though.
It wasn't even midnight, nigga.
It was. I think it was, but I think that's the point of it. But yo, you know, for the sake of hot takes, they do that shit in the morning.
They do that shit in the morning sometimes, nigga. Sometimes they end at midnight, nigga. That don't mean it's midnight madness. It was madness before.
That's true. They not letting niggas in at midnight.
Exactly, like the madness this.
No, they common sense.
Niggas be false advertising, but anyway, my nigga, let's get into some real false advertising. No, it's probably not.
Some real false advertising.
Amber Guyger. It's been a rough week, man. It's been a rough week for black people. And we wanted to really discuss this in length. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on with the going zones.
Amber Guyger.
So if you don't know, Amber Guyger is white lady that is a policewoman who said she thought she was in her apartment and there was an assailant and shot somebody, but it was actually that person's apartment. So what happened was she was found guilty. Now, first, let's start there. How did y'all feel when she was found guilty? What was going through your head?
I feel like so the first time I seen the clip of the judge like stretching like she's about to drop 50 in the church league, like I was like, why is this judge acting like this? Like I was like, she's probably about to hit her with like a real hefty sentence, or she's about to do some bullshit. And I felt like her mannerisms, like in the court, was kind of off. So I kind of wasn't as excited as everybody else. I kind of did at first. Was like, oh shit, they probably about to find her guilty. Mm-hmm. But we've been fucked over so many times by the law. Like I felt like, damn, they probably about to give her like parole or some shit. She's about to get out early or some shit. And then when they came out, it was just like, of course.
Which I felt right.
I wasn't hyped. Somebody should have clapped it before that shit even went down.
Damn.
But, you know, I didn't even think that, as soon as they said that guilty shit, I knew it was going to be some bullshit because the judge is a fucking cop. Because, one judge is the cops, but then also the judge is an actual former cop.
And the judge is backed by the Dallas Police Department.
Yep.
So
I knew it was going to be some bullshit.
Yeah. How you feel?
I was like, oh shit, guilty. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's really how I felt. Like, oh wow, that's different. They found somebody guilty for doing something wrong finally. But like finding somebody guilty and sentencing, they two different things. You feel me? Yeah. So I was just like, all right, cool. Let's see what the sentencing look like.
Right.
Because the sentencing guideline, the time for the guidelines was crazy with the variable 5 to 99. That's like you can get no time or you can get a lot of time.
Yeah. And when you have the clear variety, it's usually less time.
Right.
And when you have cops, also it's like a double get out of jail free call kind of.
Yeah, you feel me? So.
Yeah, I saw this like as one of those other things because y'all probably noticed it like when somebody's charged with a crime, as black people like say like the officers just charged you with the crime, like everybody starts to celebrate, but they haven't been convicted yet.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? I think that's kind of what happened here.
Yeah,
it's almost like a reverse kind of.
Yeah, and it's kind of us not really learning from history. Like, we expected a lot. Like even. As woke as I and smart as I think I am, when she was found guilty, I was like, yes, we got one. Then it took me like a couple hours, no lie, like to talk to myself like, but that's not the sentencing though. And if she's a cop and she got found guilty, 9 out of 10 times the sentence isn't going to be no 35 years to life. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. So I was resigned to that outcome, just because of what we've seen. Like we haven't been seeing people get convicted of the crime or found guilty. Yeah. We haven't seen that. They're not going to go all the way and now put this cop in jail for life. That's not going to happen.
That's not.
We're asking for too much.
Yeah.
And I think like just watching everybody celebrate, I was like, I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, so I didn't say anything. Usually, I like to be the bearer of bad news, but this one is like, I can see why people are celebrating this. So when the sentencing came down, I watched it the whole day. Like I watched all the testimony, everything, all day, just to come down to this, just to get an inkling of if it's the same as what I've seen before. Like, you know what I'm saying? The character, witnesses, and They say a jury of your peers and shit like that, but they won't show the jury.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was like, knowing the jury process after going to jury duty, I was like, okay, that's who's peers?
Yeah. Who's peers? Exactly.
That's the next question I asked. Like, who's peers? Like, they found it guilty, but still, who's peers? You know what I'm saying? But after the sentence, how'd y'all feel after the sentencing? That's how I felt after the verdict. But how'd y'all feel after the sentencing?
I mean, after the sentencing, I feel like I'm pretty much desensitized to shit like this now because it happened so much. So it's like after the sentencing happened, it was 10 years. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, we kind of knew that this was going to happen. It was going to be one of those situations where she didn't get the maximum penalty. Like, I didn't even think she would get like a mid-level type of penalty. So like for her to get it, like I was just like, of course this is happening again. Yeah. Of course, like she's gonna just get a little slap on the wrist. And I've seen people like saying like at 10 years it was a slap on the wrist. Like, nigga, yes. In a murder case, like where you trespassed and murdered, like literally trespassed and murdered, and like you're getting 10 years, like that's really some TV luck shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, and white privilege shit. Just call it what it is, and like being a cop and getting that privilege also off. So it's like at the end of it, like it was just it's always upsetting when shit like that happens. But what happened afterwards was kind of more upsetting. Like right after she got the sentence. So we're gonna talk about that. I guess.
We're gonna get to that part. We'll get to that part. Then we're gonna break it down section by section. And so it's layered. We gotta break it down section by section. Yeah,
so I mean, the sentencing.
Did you agree with it?
Nah, hell no. Like, one, I don't agree with it. Two, there's niggas doing fucking more time for like shit that's not even comparable, right? Like, and that shit blew mine. But what really blew mine is the fact that white fucking women always try to act like they not also the oppressors and moving in a system where they like, oh, we get it. You see you got the same fucking privilege as most of these niggas. Mm-hmm. Like the shit still got me high, honestly. I can barely talk about the shit, but I got shit to say about that sentence.
It was like a little bit of both. A little bit of everything. It was like gumbo. It was like, all right, she got some time. But then it was like, I know niggas. I mean, I know niggas that got more time for selling a little piece of crack. So it's like.
And if a crackhead can smoke on a train.
Yeah, like.
Sorry.
If you can't smoke on a train, where can you smoke? Crack, honestly. But go ahead.
So it's like, what can you do?
Yeah.
What can you do? Type shit, At least she got something. She could have. Yeah. She could have just got off scot-free.
But also, time will tell about that. She's in a good time, of course, but I feel like it's gonna be a very short stay.
Right.
Look at it.
Listen, hopefully it's a rough one.
Hopefully it's a very rough short stay.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna tell you why. I agree with it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you why.
You agree with the sentences?
Yes.
Okay.
Because like you said, I'm so desensitized to it. I'm desensitized to the point where I can rationalize.
I'm listening.
Because I'm thinking, all right, she's white, let's take off 10 years. She's a cop, let's take off 10 years. Mm. Right? So if the max, you get the max, 25, 35. Off rip, I'm thinking she getting 5 to 10. I'm thinking the worst they can give her is 5, right? And I'm thinking 5 is going to be the number that she does time. So when they gave her 10, I'm like, I'm glad it didn't go 5 because niggas would have rioted. Mm-hmm. But she got 5 if you pay attention. She got 10.
She only got 5.
But can get parole at 5 years.
Yeah.
She got 5 years.
She got 5 years. She's getting out.
So for me, it was like, all right.
You
know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a win, it's a loss.
I just hope it's a rough 5. I
just rationalized with it, and the reason why I rationalized with it was because like my desensitization was like, yo, I don't know, like, I started to think like, yo, why don't niggas know this? Like, I never want to be a story. I never want to be the nigga you gotta have a trial for. Mm-hmm. You come in my house, I'm taking your head off. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, as a black man, I've come to the point where it's like, I know I have to defend myself from anything and any entity. Police, white people, it don't matter.
Yeah, hold on.
Life or death, my nigga. I got hope. Nah, this serious though.
No, it's not. This is, I'm not even about that. Like Fred said a little while ago. This is off topic a little bit. When Fred said a little while ago, this is not interesting. And that shit I just saw was fucking crazy.
Oh, well, how we can agree.
Okay.
I don't even know who I was.
Oh, no, you.
See, you don't even know who I was.
I deadass was listening, man. Didn't.
I think hold on. Yeah, like, so I've become resigned to the idea that I'm always gonna defend myself from any
entity, outside entity, so it's cops,
Period.
white people,
Cops,
get out of here.
like max violence, like because
People are gonna hear that and think you're victim blaming.
huh?
People are gonna
I
hear that
know,
and think
I
you're
know,
victim blaming.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
But you're right though.
So you
You're right though.
blaming
Yes,
purposely.
yes,
Interesting.
but not in a bad way.
Huh?
And like not to say fuck you for not doing that.
Oh, you just. Oh, okay. Like you are victim blaming, but you can see why the victim did that.
Exactly.
Ah.
We haven't come to that point, is what I was saying. Like my realization was like, not everybody's there, and that's the scary part.
Yeah.
I don't think you're victim blaming. I think you're just speaking from your perspective about a topic that maybe if you spoke on it, people would think that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But like, I totally get and understand like your point about that, because like, you know, at the end of the day, like black people were like literally taught to just accept whatever and to kind of walk on eggshells around like other people. So I feel like that like pulled away a lot of our fight against oppression, actual niggas like fucking with us, like with the cops fucking with us and shit like that. Because the people in survival mode are more the people that will push back at the police officers and shit, and then you'll see them get into situations where, because they're not smart enough, they always lose those battles. And the people that are smart enough, they'll take cops to court for like tickets and shit. But like when it comes to like real confrontational aggressive shit, they're pulling back. So it's like if somehow niggas could meet like in the middle and like work together to get that, we would be able to protect ourselves from situations like this without it seeming like victim blaming. Because like at the end of the day, we literally need both sides. We need like niggas need the foot soldiers and niggas need the strategists. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like enough people.
I started to think about retaliation strategies, which we can talk about after. but
like I don't know like that particular statement. Like I don't know how you can align that with this situation, because like it's not like a nigga on the street getting killed by a cop doing something at his car or he getting pulled over. This is somebody in the. It's like us sitting here right now, like if a fucking cop walked in here and just shot us, like, these niggas in my house. Like, how the fuck can you protect yourself from that? Outside of just, when you see a nigga in your crib, do you even have the time to act? Did he even have time to act?
Yeah, facts.
We don't know.
And that's what I'm saying, like, it's fucking crazy that, like, even in those situations, like, when you see somebody, like, say somebody just walked here, we all gonna turn and stare and probably go towards the door, and we don't know who it is if they don't speak, whatever the case. We all gonna go out there and see who the fuck it is. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I was thinking more so along the lines of, like, why is it that, like, that's not even why, but it's like, that's just how it is. Like, as black men, any situation is a life or death situation, like even in your own home. Yeah.
And, you know, it's just walking places, like fucking.
I always think
getting
about
an
that
elevator.
Oh yeah.
Like nigga, like any type of situation could be like a last type of situation, which is like super fucking ridiculous. But it's like niggas gotta live. Like we can't just stop. Yeah, and that shit is what also desensitizes us. That, like, you know, all the shit happening in the media and it's seeming like it's okay because of like sentencing and shit like this.
And then you get into the next shit that happened.
Yeah.
Whew.
So the little brother decided to, I guess the family has like a strong Christian background.
Yeah.
And
as do most Caribbean people.
As do most Caribbean and black people. Like so basically the brother decided to forgive her. Also said something along the lines of like he wished that she didn't get a sentence or something. Like she didn't have to go to jail.
Before she even got sentenced.
He was like, he hoped that she didn't have to go to jail.
I don't think he did. I think that was everything he said was post sentence.
Okay, so yeah, he basically gave forgiveness and hugged her like in front of everybody. Now, me personally, I can't tell son how to grieve. Like that's him and his family and shit, and that's his beliefs, and they do have like very strong about forgiveness and stuff. I personally would not follow that same route. But my whole issue with the hug thing is like they're gonna flip this. Like you know that the media and the news is gonna take this and flip this into look white people have compassion. you should forgive white people when they do something wrong. She's not that bad.
I got a counterpoint. It's not even gonna. It's they did use it.
They did.
They
Yeah,
did.
they flipped it already.
They used it. They used it, but not only did they use it, the worst thing. Oh shit!
Yeah.
The worst thing is not only that they used it, but black people not only used it as well, they defended the white people
Yeah.
against black people.
Yeah.
Like, I made the point at one point, I was like, yo, like, you know, I'm all for you doing what you gotta do for you, but white people gonna use this shit. Black people are like, whoa, you're the problem. You're the reason why they don't respect us.
No reason.
Y'all are Kanye and y'all are niggering.
It's just wild to like watch people like literally like I don't know like not see the shit for what it is.
Yeah, and the shit is like the crazy part is I have no problem with what he did.
I have none.
Everybody else's reaction to it is what I have a problem with.
Yeah, he can do his own thing. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Like, and that's why I said I can't judge nobody else's forgiveness. Like, forgiveness is not something that can be
For
judged
other people.
for other people.
It's for that
Literally,
person.
it's for that person. That's that point blank period.
Mm-hmm.
But I said for me, I'm not
doing it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing
Personally, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm gonna be thinking, catch one of these niggas slipping. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
yeah.
and again, it brought me back to the point. Like, damn, son. Like, and the reason why I agreed is because, like, what else could he have done?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, even if he did feel he wanted to retaliate, he can't. He won't.
That's a fact.
That's
kind of a fact. But I also feel like, I mean, it's also not my place, but I feel like he could have probably did that on his own time, personally.
Yeah.
Like off the camera, maybe. Not like in front of the camera.
But here's the thing.
But at the same time,
You thinking
again,
about us.
You talking about us. We talking about
Church niggas ain't thinking
this
about
nigga.
black
And you see, not even. I'm gonna make a
No
quick
disrespect,
joke.
but
No disrespect.
And these are
That
church
nigga-
niggas. His
That
father's
nigga
a
did
minister.
not have a haircut.
His
Like
father's
he didn't
a
give a
minister.
shit, bro. Like he's doing that shit for himself.
The father is a minister.
He's literally doing that shit for himself, bro. Like he's a
not that
church
black-
nigga.
No black nigga.
No
go on
black-
national television
without a haircut.
Without a haircut, unless you are serious about what you're about to do. So like that's the only reason why I was just like, all right, this brother obviously don't care. He's just doing this. I guess that's his heart. That's how he feels.
Because we getting a rip, not to
They-
embarrass. We getting a shape up, not to embarrass our parents and the black people.
They are really churchy.
Yeah.
The father is a
Father
minister.
also wants to.
If I'm not mistaken, Botham was a minister.
Or wanted to be or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Either or, man.
They said the father also said that he wanted to.
He's a
wanted to
man to
meet her or
God.
some
He
shit.
said he wanted to be friends with her.
He wanted to be friends with her.
He said, I'm hoping that one day we can be friends.
These was men to God, and that is what the Christianity
That's what
teaches
the-
you to
the
do.
Christianity's
The
does.
Christianity
I-
teaches you to do that. So
So I tweeted something.
Niggas be
about
having the Christianities, man.
I was tweeting about how Christianity be upholding them white values, dog. Like,
That's a fact.
It's literally like a thing invented where
To
white
uphold
people,
the white values.
Where
That's
white
what it-
people took things from other cultures, made it so that they are like basically the face of it. Then was like, we just got to make sure that our values stay the same. That's why the things like the 10 Commandments is like, come on, my nigga, like. Don't commit thy wife, nigga.
Listen.
Like, make sure you married and
Listen.
shit. Like, it's like, oh, make sure your wife listens to her husband. It's like shit to
There's
keep
only
that
only
fucking
one-
line of power.
there's only
in power.
one thing.
I think one thing in the 10 Commandments get misconstrued though. It says like people always say, "Thou shalt not steal." No, it's "Thou shalt not steal from thy neighbor." Like you can steal from everybody else.
But the thing about the religious shit that people don't get is it's only one thing in that shit that you needed to read to know that this shit is a lie. They said the nigga had skin of bronze and hair of wool, right?
And he washed his feet.
Didn't they say the nigga had skin of bronze?
Yeah.
What
black-
does bronze look like?
like this?
Hair of wool. What does that
That's-
look like?
That's the part I don't agree with because wool is white.
I think they meant texturally. Texturally.
Oh,
I think they were
yeah,
talking about
texturally.
texturally. They were talking about texturally.
Nah, but yeah, that nigga was a black man.
Textural.
And
then they gave you
White Jesus.
the son, who's actually the son of a king.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He's actually the son of a king who was a pirate and raped and pillaged many towns and was a piece of shit, and he converted when he was later.
They was like, yo, this nigga
look like what do you think Jesus look like?
Like, yo, this nigga Butte, man.
This nigga beautiful as hell. Let's go, draw this nigga. Put a halo around him.
Wait. I could worship this nigga, man.
Wait, but yeah, that Christianity shit really just upholds the white values.
What the fuck did you just say?
You don't know about that?
No.
What?
Oh yeah, the depiction of Jesus is based off of a king from I think Spain or Italy or some shit, and his son was like a famous pirate. Nigga was a terrible nigga, and that's who they based Jesus off of.
Like it's a painting of him that they reconstructed. Like his face, they just painted on other shit.
It's like that's
like if you like look at Jesus, right? Then look at like.
So you telling me Jesus is Blackbeard?
Nigga, hold on. You used to know like the little painted the little Jesus shit or whatever, and sometimes the little naked nigga pointing. It's the same nigga, bro.
You telling me niggas took pictures of Blackbeard the pirate and depicted that as Jesus Christ?
Yeah, nigga.
So
exactly
we're basically telling you white people photoshopped
Jesus,
a nigga to be Jesus.
Yeah, before it was
That shit
Photoshop.
is
Before Photoshop
crazy.
existed. So like,
So Jesus is catfish.
Yeah.
Well,
Basically,
white
they
Jesus.
said skin, bronze, hair, wool. They would never let a black man be the
Nigga,
face
that
of the
part is
organization.
silent in the Bible.
You heard me? They would never let a black man be
That's
the face of
facts.
the organization.
That's facts.
Why? No, we gotta uphold these white values, dog. You feel me?
Who wins the war tells the story, man.
That's
We
why I
lost.
feel like black niggas did it wrong, real rap, because white people made sure all their gods look just like them. We was like,
Oh no! This is what happened though. You read Destruction of Black Civilization?
They erased all that shit, bro.
You read it, right?
They got rid of all that
erased.
shit.
Yeah.
They erased
They
all that shit.
ransacked.
You know what's crazy?
museums. That's the fucking.
You know what's
well,
crazy?
that's also why if you look at what
I was gonna say like it's crazy about history. Like that's why we don't know so much about history because niggas literally back in the day during the Crusades, niggas burned libraries, all types of information.
Like their type of
destroyed it.
war was psychological, and they planned for the future to like literally.
Oh, we
like,
whitewashing
We
this.
want to completely kill this culture and take this culture over like years to come. That's how they wage war.
that's the thing though.
And that's why I always tell niggas interracial dating is dangerous.
That's
That's
just
what-
dangerous. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. But yeah.
Like you think it's the next
Unless you one of them niggas.
Nah, this
You know them
one-
niggas with them
wait,
strong ass
no,
black
no,
jeans?
no.
Like them niggas can have
I'm
a
about
baby
to say
with a
something.
plate.
I think that what y'all saying is something different.
What?
Are you saying that the next fucking phase in destroying black people is interracial dating?
No. It has.
It's already in
It's
play,
already
bro.
been used. Listen, when you look at ancient Egypt, right?
Yeah.
The way they waged war back then, right? So you could marry. The psychology back then was the sons always committed to the father. This is in the destruction of black civilization, right? So now you would have a son with a black or African woman would have a son with a person from the Brownie tribes in the South. Now that son from the Brownie tribe would take the side of the father in the upcoming wars. You get what I'm saying? So essentially, they just be breeding future soldiers to then take over. So they would just end up whitewashing. So a lot of people's goals was to interracially marriage to then have access to this money, resources, whatever, to then pass it on to their family.
But I'm talking about now.
Yes.
But Fred,
It's
hold
the
on.
same thing.
Fred,
It's just
think about-
history
Think
repeating.
about okay. I always bring this up, but think about from last year compared to this year, how many movies have interracial couples as like the main couple, or commercials, and or things in the media, and or pictures. You get what I'm saying? How much like things are so around interracial dating right
All
now?
right, and let's take this back to the abortion ban. Why do they want the abortion ban in those specific cities or whatever the case may be, states or whatever the case may be? Mainly white women were having abortions, and they're having kids at the lowest rate.
The lowest
currently.
rate, and having
so
the most abortions.
essentially, what's happening now is Spanish black population are
Booming.
steady, booming. What's going to happen is, in years to come, whites are then going to become the minority. So what they have to do is mix with everybody else.
So that
It's not even if they have to.
they have to, even if they don't want to,
Even if they don't want to, they have to.
because then they'll end up becoming a minority.
Like I can't explain the science.
I mean,
and
not to
shit.
mention that the sun is killing them already.
Yeah, also. climate change is fucking them up.
And that's why a lot of them aren't able to give birth at the same rates as.
It's crazy.
The mortality, we say it's not to debunk it. The mortality rate in black women is high, but when you look at the number in white women as well, it's high as well. The mortality rate is high, period. It's just.
But see, the mortality rate for a black woman is high is because of negligence. The mortality rate for them is high because they're dying.
It's just more they're dying, having babies, so they can't reproduce on the same levels that we can. So essentially, they have to mix and mingle, or else they can't. And that's why the fight right now, globally, is a fight for resources. If you pay attention to all the white nationalists propaganda, it's about the white man is the minority now. We're getting treated like this and we're getting treated like that. We need this. It's white fear globally that everybody's going to make them the minority. But what doesn't make sense is they are the minority.
Yeah.
Already. But we as a people we're just recovering from being enslaved for hundreds and hundreds of years. So we don't see ourselves as the minority, but they just in the leadership positions. So that's why the fight is to keep the resources and keep the power. It's really a battle right now for power and the stronghold on the power, because if they don't, the minority is then going to take over. Period.
Also, there's mad interracial people that's just like running shit right now in pop culture and just media in general. Like people like Drake, Meghan Markle, J. Cole, like Logic. Like you just name a bunch of people. Steph Curry, etc.
Steph Curry is not. The kid is black. No, his mom's light skinned.
Oh, you're right. His mom's just light skinned.
Did us?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, man. He's Creole.
You're right. He's a Creole.
He's fucking Creole.
He's a fucking French.
He just looks
I'm
like
dead ass serious.
Yes. His mom is black, bro.
Clay Thompson, white.
Yes.
But the black genes are strong with that one.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know,
he didn't get the color. He got the hair texture and the athleticism. Look at the brother.
Honestly,
just look at the other side.
All this to say, Christianity makes people do weird stuff, man.
Because Christianity is fake. You based a religion on control. That is what the religion is based on.
And I'm going to
It's based on controlling people.
White Christianity is
White
fake.
Christianity is
Whitewashed Christianity is fake.
It was made because they won a war. It's literally why it was made.
It was fake though.
I mean, all religions are man-made, so if you want,
They're all made up, bro.
Yeah.
Everything is made up.
Nigga, language is fake because it's made up.
True.
Niggas
But to that point though, but Christianity.
How did the first nigga speak?
There was never supposed to be black nigga shit.
Where did Christianity start?
Them niggas are just yelling at each other.
Think about it. Where did Christianity? Hold on. Where did Christianity start?
Somewhere in Europe, I'm
Jerusalem,
Yeah,
Israel.
sure.
That's Africa.
Niggas.
It's Jerusalem and Israel now.
Niggas decided we got an army. I'm fucking with this Jesus thing. These black
Those
people
is niggas,
teaching
bro.
us about.
But like I said, they burnt all the shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll never know what real Christianity actually was. We'll just know what they turned it into. And what they turned it into is fake shit.
The only
And
thing
they
I
do
know,
horrible geography.
the only thing I know for sure, the only thing they don't hide in the beginning of like when the Crusades started was other people were coming to them about shit, and they was just like, "Bro, that sound kind of jiggy.
Yeah.
We gonna have to kill y'all."
This mad nigga sitting in the room like, this nigga got good ideas.
It's Christianity, son.
And then other niggas turn look over.
Christianity is someone with the glasses that tried to rob Ace and paid him for.
Yeah, that ass. Yo, my God, son. Christianity's crazy, man.
He didn't even know what was coming.
Calvin, that's you.
He didn't even know what was coming.
Christianity is just
He
Calvin.
didn't even
Paid
know
him for
what
his
was
common
coming.
sense.
Kermit the Frog.
Christianity
looking ass
really
nigga.
just used this common sense. They was like, "Hey, we got more niggas with swords, so what y'all trying to do?"
And then
Hey, y'all nation not even- look.
Hold up. And then they went over to China, and they was like,
But here's the thing, though.
hold up, nah, Christianity is crazy. for them. They went over to China, and they was like, what? Hold up. What do y'all call those? Fireworks? I got another idea for that.
I got another idea for them
I got another idea
things.
for that. Explosives.
Yo, niggas is crazy.
Explosives. Y'all not.
But you know what I just
Listen,
realized?
everybody that wasn't with it in the room, just know those was the first
Wait,
niggas.
hold on. Counterpoint. You don't think China had explosives already?
No,
China wasn't thinking about
They wasn't thinking that back then.
Yeah.
They was just like, this is fun. This is,
Christianity.
oh man, I'm gonna get. Listen, we might have to cut this out. But the Chinese niggas had the fire us, and they're like, this is fun. This is fun.
Nigga go to jail.
Going to jail. Yo.
And then the white niggas came over there. The white Christian niggas was like, I see way more opportunity with this. The Chinese
Also,
niggas
around that time,
Hold on. And you know they was robbing niggas for like minuscule shit. So they was over there like this. Yeah, nigga, we could blow some shit up. Nigga, you know they had grain and beans.
hold on.
Hey, them
hold on,
niggas got 4 cows back there. Them niggas got 4 cows back there.
Nigga over here
Finna blow up their whole
This
shit.
nigga over here like, shut up. We gonna act like we buying fireworks. Yeah. We wanna do. Oh, we want 4th of July. 4th of July. That's what we gonna do on 4th of July. That's what we gonna do on 4th of July. Soon as we got the fireworks, we busted down and was like,
that's the crazy part. When you think of all them wars back then, it was for regular shit. Like, yo, them niggas got cotton.
Fucking instances shit.
Yo, you know what was crazy? Them niggas was like, yo, we gonna go to China.
Yo, the
I
crazy-
heard them niggas got silk.
Yo, the crazy shit.
I never felt no shit
I was
like
there
that.
I was there talking to my girl about this the other day. I was like, yo, them Chinese, the white niggas really went over there and was like, these niggas is using the gunpowder for fireworks.
Oh, these niggas is
That's
stupid.
fucking
And
stupid.
then fucking to your point, fucking 50 years later, oh, I got something.
Not only that, but these niggas went back to China and was like, hey, remember them fireworks y'all gave us?
Wait a minute.
We did some shits with them.
You know what just blew my
We gonna
mind?
teach you. I heard y'all niggas are still out here using swords and shit.
You know what just blew my fucking
Fucking
mind?
no more.
It's like a fucking video game, right?
They
Like,
hustled everybody, bro.
No, but look, they went to fucking one spot, was like, spears and shit, niggas, okay. Went to another spot, explosives and shit. Came to America, oh, y'all still on spears and shit?
We gonna come back. Yo,
Yeah,
wait
yeah,
right here.
I never
Wait
thought
right
like
here.
that. Like, I just know, like, oh, niggas came over with guns and shit.
They say, you know what? Because you know niggas ain't had no calls back. Niggas say, you know what? Turn the fucking boat around.
Turn the boat around.
We going back to
We gonna be-
Mesopotamia.
We gonna come back in about 6 years, nigga. And we gonna be ready for their asses. My son is gonna be ready for these niggas' asses.
Niggas ain't had no speedboats.
White people was really just traveling the world like, I just put this
Nigga, dead ass though. When you watch the Viking shows, them niggas be like, yo,
They was spinning the block.
them niggas, yo, we just gonna have to travel west, nigga. Think of how crazy that is.
That's
We don't
insane.
know what's
Think
over
about
there.
I don't even know.
Think about the
No,
people
but
who
then
went
I was
to
gonna actually bring up that point earlier about the Crusades.
Yeah.
Because when them niggas went to China and found out about the explosives, they was like, "Hey, these Viking niggas is fucking us up. We need something for their
facts.
ass.
Think about
we
the
need
crazy
something."
nigga
Not
who
the
made
Viking
the
niggas was
gun.
whooping
They was
Christian's ass.
whooping the Christians' ass and
They was
taking
like-
everything.
Think about the first.
Yo, Vinland Saga. I was
Lot of
watching-
bitches.
I was watching the-
Too big.
they got-
Think about the first nigga that made the gun though. That nigga was like, check it out.
Pass that pellet, man.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga had the cannon though.
Yeah, big ass
He had the
cannon, the
cannon.
musket
Nigga,
shit.
nigga brought the cannon in the room and it was like everybody got scared of you. He was like, hold up, wait, listen, check it out. We're gonna shrink this.
We gonna make this little. This man's a madman.
The first nigga was like,
You always one nigga.
the first nigga was like, I told y'all stop letting this nigga drink so much.
This
And then
nigga's
somebody-
fucking
You
crazy.
know, no, wait, nah, he said, he is drunk off his ass.
Hold up, then somebody was like,
Everybody's laughing.
Hold up.
And he's just like,
then one nigga was like, shut up, let him finish.
let him finish. The guy that always fuck with him, let him finish.
So he's like,
I believe in you.
You're gonna shrink it.
That's
You're gonna
right.
shrink it. Put a trigger on it.
You know what? It was a drunk nigga. It literally was a drunk nigga.
It
He
was
was
a
just
drunk
mad
genius
smart.
nigga. Drunk
And like,
genius
and like
nigga.
everyone was just like, this nigga's insane. And then like he invite them the next day, and the niggas come and he's like, I made it. They're like, nigga, the fuck out of here. He pulls it, bow.
Nah, that nigga pulled that shit out, started loading up the shit, stuffing it and shit. They're like, what the fuck is he doing? Is this nigga churning butter?
And then he's gonna be like, "Wear this. I made it. I invented it. It protects
Then
you."
that nigga
He was
just
like,
bust
"Nah,
a
nigga."
hole through the wall, and niggas was like, oh shit.
Niggas just
He did some
took
shit.
over half the world.
Just with that one shot, bro. With that one shot.
That would be a good fucking movie. Like the first.
White
shot.
people are insane, bro.
I think
They're literally insane.
Who would have thought, like, deadass? Like, it really, if the Chinese would have watched them, America would have never happened.
The Chinese have pulled up on everybody, though.
No, I don't agree with that.
Maybe.
Nah,
You don't think so?
Nah,
Nah,
because everybody was peaceful back
They were still
then.
fighting each other.
Everybody else is
not peaceful.
everybody else's religion.
Genghis Khan would be Chinese.
Genghis Khan is what I'm saying. He's a Mongol.
They the same.
They Asian though.
Yeah,
Nah,
they're kind of
different.
different.
If Genghis Khan was still alive though, he
It's
had
kinda-
that whole area.
Alright, but it's kind of like
if he would have died,
It's kind of like
there would be no China.
the Middle East. Them niggas is considered Asian, but they're not Asians.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is the
were
Mongols,
they were pulled up on
the
Europe.
Mongols
That was
turf, the Mongols turf stretched out
It would've been
across
ratchet.
China.
Europe would have been mad.
Let me see.
Asian.
Because they would have ran through Russia
You got your
first.
phone on you?
Yeah.
That's your phone on
The
you?
Chinese would have been going crazy, boy.
Somebody,
I
let me
think
see
nah,
your
I
phone.
don't know.
Let me see your phone.
I'm telling you, I don't think so.
Not
Because
too much.
everybody's
Fuck
religions
me.
before Christianity was mad chill.
No, it was.
Niggas was Buddhist, niggas was fucking.
Unless you
You
stole.
want to
and-
hear some shit? Maybe the Vikings would be running crazy. Maybe they would get
Look up,
that far.
I think the Vikings would
They were
have
Kurds and
They were
whatever the Genghis
They were
Khan
lost to Native
was.
Americans.
See if
Yeah, they were
that's the
stupid.
relation
They were
that I'm
just
thinking
stupid
of.
strong niggas. I don't know.
Mongol.
They was just stupid
Native
strong
Americans put up a good fucking fight.
No,
Niggas
yeah.
don't talk about that enough. Niggas got it right.
Because the niggas had, like,
It
how
might not be
Americans had
Kurds,
guns
I'm
and was
talking about, I'm
losing.
thinking of, but this is-
Americans had guns.
Well, I can't
and was
spell
losing.
his
They had to
name.
leave and come
Pulled up
back.
and was like, nah,
Get-
I'm calling
get
them
fucking
Americans.
help.
They're not even Americans.
Niggas really got it
The
cracking.
Europeans
Yeah, they did.
pulled up with guns and was getting fucked up. And they was
They
like,
did.
oh shit, what is this?
Facts.
Shouldn't our shit to work?
You know what else is crazy? White people are crazy. Like, I know we going on a fucking tangent.
I
but-
like this tangent.
But
I
you
like
know,
this
you know what's wild?
It's
as
his-
shit?
we let that ass though.
We're
No
literally
funny
speaking of
shit.
history.
No funny shit. When we go back, it was yeah, right.
That's what popped up.
Is Apocalypto?
All right, we're gonna look at that.
Pulled up with the cannons at the end, and then niggas was like, the fire gods is just killing us right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's
white
Tripoli?
people was
Look at
really
where
just
Tripoli
doing that
is.
regularly.
But that's what I was about to say was
Say that again.
white people were taking
Knights
people's
of the
kids
Templar,
and putting
okay,
them
yeah.
on rotisseries
Look
over
up Tripoli.
fire.
Where's Tripoli?
Y'all know about that, right?
Yeah. Where's that?
They was taking the Native Americans'
Where is
kids
that exactly?
and tying them on rotisseries and climbing the trees and making them watch them roast their kids.
Yeah.
White people were
Who
fucking
the
insane.
fuck has ever been on that?
Listen, we don't have no talents. You only can be evil.
That's a fact.
Wow.
That's a fact.
Shit.
When they strategize and they just have numbers and shit, like niggas just had really had numbers and technology. So like when you really think about it, like a lot of these niggas were stupid.
What the fuck is it?
They weren't like a lot of the niggas they got sent to sea, like the crewmen that were like niggas.
So if you know the
Christopher
history
Columbus
of
was
the
a
battles
fucking idiot.
in the Middle,
You know what I'm
Middle
saying?
East,
So it was like a lot of
they
these
come from that
people
bloodline.
that like had a lot of like
Like-
prestige and they were like, oh, they were so
I was about to call them Liberian, but that's no.
discoverers and
Libyan.
A lot of them
Yeah.
niggas wasn't really smart people. They weren't smart people.
Same
They,
Mongoloid
like, no one
blood-
cared about them. They didn't have.
They got
high
the same
status.
history. They've been
They
fighting all
only
their
got
lives,
that
son.
status from fucking wilding. You get what I'm saying? Like if we look at a lot of like just like the white people that we call explorers and shit like that, and you look at their background, it's always like literally, it's always some crazy shit like
Hell
this
yeah,
nigga
bro.
lived
Look
in
at
the
the
woods
look
since
at
he was
the
12
how
and
far
used to,
the
like, do
empire
this
stretched
and that.
from fucking Eastern Europe to the
Both his
Sea of
parents
Japan.
died, he's
Son,
an orphan,
if Genghis
now
Khan
he's
don't die,
out
we
in
might not
fucking
even have a
seas, and Now
China
he's some big ass
type shit.
I wasn't
They didn't really.
I
They
told you
weren't
I know
really
my
great
shit.
people, and they ended up becoming great people from being bad people and flipping history. Because when you're a bad person, but you win the war, like you can make yourself seem like a good
I
person.
mean, that's America.
Yeah. Whoever wins tells a story, man. That's just how it goes. That's just
My
how it
nigga,
goes.
literally, how were we liberating Afghanistan, bro?
Even when you don't win, you kind of get to tell the
No.
story.
What we say we're going to fight, but we're actually occupying those places.
Nigga said we are liberating.
It depends on how you
these
lose.
people.
Yeah,
Like Vietnam is a good example.
exactly, because we lost.
We lost.
They didn't. You're not being lose.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
that's what we lost.
Oh, yeah.
But we still got to tell the story.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the fucking technology to tell the story.
Still America.
Yeah.
But the crazy shit is that we don't really lie about that story though,
Nah.
because the
They
ass
can't.
whooping was that bad.
But it's not that the ass one was that bad. The activists at that time were that active.
Yeah, they was
Yeah,
going in. They was
but
making sure niggas
that and
So the history
That
is
nigga got smacked.
But the
Yeah,
crazy,
they was
but
making sure
the
niggas.
thing
We
is
told that
that,
niggas not to go there in the first place.
but the thing
Now
is that
that you stupid.
even deeper than the activists,
An
niggas
intellectual form.
was
So
coming
many
back.
books.
Niggas was coming back, and they was like, "Yo, We got washed by rudimentary shit. Yo, niggas was. I tell the niggas this all the time. This is one of the craziest things I've ever learned in history, bro. You know how them niggas really won a war, bro?
Yeah.
By doing real savage shit.
They was putting shit
Shitting down his bamboo.
And fucking bamboo shoots, my nigga.
spikes,
And then,
and they-
bro, it was deeper than that, bro. Bamboo's hollow. Cut that shit at an angle. That shit sharp as fuck. Them old ass boots, along with you in like them niggas was in like some wild swampy shit. So you walk in some that shit is deteriorating your boot at that, and then you step on this fucking sharp ass piece of bamboo, stuff his shit. That shit goes straight up in you. You can't even clean that shit out sufficiently. You die in like 3 days, bro.
Y'all want to know a secret? So, not a secret, but the Vietnam War, like my next tape is called Dead Presidents. And Dead Presidents is based on the Vietnam War or whatever. But the Vietnam War it's like something that I've kind of been obsessed with. Because fucking, you know Kwame Ture, Stokely Carmichael? He went over there. And he wrote in his book about his experience. And like, they would capture like black soldiers and teach them black history. They wouldn't kill the black soldiers and shit. Did you know that? Yeah, they wouldn't kill the black soldiers. They would take them as prisoners of war and teach them. Like, just keep
Want to
them.
hear a little, my favorite part of that story? They would make the white soldiers addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Opium.
It's deeper than that story. Like, nigga, they was getting them niggas hooked on opium and heroin, fucking turning them niggas out because Vietnam had, I mean, still to this day, you know, it's like a huge transsexual population out there. Them niggas is getting turned out by trans guys trans women, I guess, out there, and getting hied up. Like, niggas was going AWOL off of being hied up and whored out.
Speaking to that point, again, Dead President, if you remember every character, it represents black people in every part of society. There's a drug addict, there's the person that just came back from war, there's the person that's trying to fight and do better, but they all end up in the same place, needing money. You get what I'm saying? They all end up in the same place regardless of what walk they went. And then you fought for your country, come back, don't have nothing, but when you fight for yourself, you end up either dead or in jail. That's the takeaway I got from that movie. So that's why I picked that name as my project, especially going back to the conversation we had earlier. So it's just weird that Vietnam War shit just came up.
Yeah.
Fighting for your country stupid.
Vietnam was crazy.
Fighting for your country stupid.
Yeah, nigga, they got fucking
They actually
drones.
fighting against you. They don't
They
even want to
fighting
give you
against
medical care, nigga.
You niggas come out and become vets. They don't even fuck with vets.
Think about this though, nigga. You just come from fighting for your country, and niggas like, yeah, we don't really know if we want to give you medical care or nothing. We not too sure. We having debates about it. Our next president.
You need a therapist? I don't know if we can cover that.
I don't know, man. You got the premium plan?
I mean, we did make you go through all that training, and you definitely have PTSD, but like, I don't know if we can cover that therapist shit.
All right, we'll give you a therapist, but like, that's it though, man. Like, anything else, you need a job, bro.
You should
You don't got no leg?
Go get a job.
All right, we'll get you some therapy, man.
You
How
literally
pay those
probably-
bills though, nigga.
And you literally probably
fucked up your legs.
You literally probably just need a therapist for getting through basic training.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. No, yeah. Literally.
Like,
Yo, y'all really gotta see Joker.
I can't wait.
he really probably just need a therapist because he's joking. Nah, I'm joking.
Batman too. Both of them niggas need therapists.
I mean, he watched his parents die.
Before we get to the Joker, can we get into some sports?
Oh, yes, let's do it.
We had a good fight weekend.
Nice fight week.
Nice fight weekend.
Oh, but now
let's get into the basketball first. Let's go to basketball first.
So let's talk about the Lakers.
Get into y'all Lakers shit. Get into y'all Lakers shit.
Dwight Howard looked terrible.
Garbage.
Y'all don't need him to be good though.
We don't need you to be good. We need you to be okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you that chance to bring it up. It's still the preseason. It doesn't matter. Very excited about my team still. Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis looks so comfortable not being the number one option.
He
loves
can't
it.
guard me on my player. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, you're right. He can't guard my play either, but
Like Anthony Davis is so comfortable
being a second option / first option. Like
That's why.
he loves it so much because like he's always been the nigga that he got to do everything, and you just seeing his years on the Pelicans, just the grimace on his face when he's just like fuck. But like now it's just like nigga LeBron is gonna get that gravity, and like now he can do whatever. And he's just playing freely. Bron going mad fucking hard. I feel you, son. You like
Whatever,
you're a
old
revenge
nigga.
story. You old nigga that's mad nice.
You
chill.
better play hard
Yo,
in the
that
preseason
ass.
and school ass boys.
Yo, I fucks with that, but nah, the team was looking nice.
They look great. I mean,
like a team.
Real rap. Rondo hit a 2 threes and some shit like that. Fucking
Well, my Pac shit.
Yeah, bro.
my nigga, we be in LA shit. I
Fifth
feel
MVP season for Bron.
Yeah,
Fifth MVP.
see, I got
for
the
Bron.
reference.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna be a co-MVP, Bron and AD.
AD not getting no MVP.
He's not gonna actually get it, but he's gonna be in the top 3.
Oh no, he's gonna be there.
Lakers fans gonna put him there like a bottom.
Yeah, alright, bro.
Yeah.
Bottom
My
side.
nigga, this nigga AD last
Yeah,
play about the Lakers, he hit this nigga Draymond with it, bro.
Yeah, he had some shit. I was mad confused actually.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
he also been working on his handles.
Yeah, I didn't know he
watched
could do like
last
that.
year.
First off, Anthony Davis started out as a point guard.
Yeah,
He did.
he
With
did.
no handle.
Possibly.
Nah, he got handled
No.
now though.
He does that.
Maybe yeah, when your arms get longer, yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Bron gonna have his first double season too.
I can see it. I can literally see it.
I'm gonna go further. I think
Everyone's
Bron
solid,
has
bro.
a triple-double. I
Nah,
think
it's
Bron
not.
posted
Everybody solid as shit. Oh yeah, and Kuzma didn't even play.
Kuzma did not play. They said that Clay
He's not gonna be able to steal no
Kuzma
boards.
didn't play. Oh, speaking of Kuzma, before we move on, that Puma shit is hard.
Oh yeah, he the face of the franchise.
That
Now he got
Kuz
5
with the
years.
MA, with the
He's
Kuz
the
that
face
looks
of the
like.
franchise. Is he?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
5 years. They gave him a 5-year deal. He facing the franchise now.
Yep.
Who was gonna be the face? Josh Jackson?
I mean, the first nigga they had, DeMarcus Cousins.
RJ Barrett, nigga.
He did.
DeMarcus Cousins, who's dead.
Yeah, so I say he did.
Nah, he not dead. He's
Marvin Bagley.
Nah, he's done. He's
Marvin
done.
Bagley.
He's
The
done.
third.
DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus is over for
Very
DeMarcus. But it's
good.
fine.
I
I'm
don't
fine
think
with
that's
that.
sleep. That's
I'm
sleep.
okay with that.
I don't think so.
That's my
bro.
son.
I don't think so.
I hope he's good. I hope he didn't do what they
The
said
last
he did.
injury wasn't that bad. Yeah, sleep.
I'm not, it's not even only the injury. He's gonna do a lot.
It's his baby mother. Like,
It's that whole case shit too.
That's what I mean. He not that hurt. That was coming. I think that was coming. No, I'm
think
saying
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he got ahead of that.
Oh, so you think
he
he faking a funk?
No, I think he got hurt, but not as bad as he got. That shit don't come out of nowhere, my nigga.
That's a fact.
that makes sense.
That's a fact.
That shit
He
don't
was
come
like, he
out of
knocked
nowhere.
knees at gym. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, niggas knock knees at gyms. That happens, but yeah, nah. I don't know. But who else played that?
Niggas
Who else
bad
played that?
legs.
So I watched
The Nets they played like a Chinese team or some shit. And
Oh,
beat
yeah,
these
yeah.
niggas by like 40.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck about
Harden did that
preseason
shit.
basketball.
Yeah.
The
Harden
Yankees
had
is in the
triple-double.
playoffs, and we smoking. Nigga.
Oh yeah, the Yankees is wilding against the Twins, right? The
I'm not gonna
Minnesota.
front with
Minnesota.
now.
That's
Minnesota.
what's up.
I've been a Mets
That's-
fan for the whole season.
That's what's up. Do your thing over there.
I fuck with
man.
the Yankees too, man.
Do you think
I'm
over
not
there-
really a
I
Yankees
fuck with the
fan,
Yankees
but I mean,
too.
I fuck with the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan, but I fuck with the Yankees.
I
I'm
can't
happy that
fuck
they
with
that
the
they
Yankees.
fucking winning.
I'm not
I
one of
moved
those people.
on, so I can't go back and fuck with both. Like I grew up a Yankee fan and decided to be a Mets fan. So
I'm
it's
not one of
over.
those people. We only do one team in each city,
I feel you.
and this is a Yankee man, right?
I forgot. What do y'all think about that Harden one leg jumper shit that he on now?
I don't give a shit.
I didn't see it. I don't.
Until
If that
the second
shit
game,
starts dropping, then we'll talk about it. But right now, it's just a bunch
it
of hoopla.
looked like some bullshit.
It's a bunch of hoopla. Okay, nigga, get that
It
shit.
looked like
the
some
fuck
shit
outta
you do in
here.
practice bullshit. Like, look what I was working on.
First of all, he's gonna try that shit in the playoffs, and Anthony Davis is gonna punch that shit into the third row, nigga.
Facts.
Watch.
I'm not gonna front. I don't think that anybody can beat the Lakers. I think we just got too much size.
I like the Lakers, but like I think we could lose. It's a long season.
I don't-
But I don't think we're gonna have a losing record.
No. I mean, in the sense of like a playoff series.
Oh, I mean,
Nah, that's a good playoff team, but your guards got
I gotta watch the Clippers play.
Your guard, I think it depends on your
I got it does depend on guard play. At the end of the day, it's like who gonna be the starter for real.
Yeah.
Like is we gonna let my man Alex Money?
I think that's what it is. Y'all front court straight. Motherfucking Bron, AD, y'all good.
Yeah.
Bron, AD, I think y'all got
Kuz,
JaVale.
you got JaVale.
Yeah.
Y'all
Right.
forward center situation
Yeah,
is straight.
we
I
straight.
think y'all guard
It's the
situation
guards.
is shaky.
Caruso
It's super shaky. First of all, I'm pretty sure Contavious Caldwell Pope has mad dirt on the Lakers, bro, because that and he's LeBron's man's. but it gotta be the dirt also because they love picking this nigga.
Nah, he not LeBron's man like that because Melo's his man. So if you saying he can get KCP a contract and not Melo,
why did Melo not have a contract?
You know, we're not talking about that. But
You're
I'm
not
just
talking
saying,
about that.
That's what you were saying.
That's a fact though. Is Bron a bad friend? Is Bron a bad friend? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I don't
For this
know.
Melo situation.
Nah, he done got.
Because Melo, that's a banana boat brother.
I don't know.
In terms of Melo's situation.
And only a Melo situation.
Nobody eats no
I
more.
don't know,
Nobody.
man.
JR ain't got no contract no more. Melo ain't got
He's
no
not, but
contract.
JR's not a banana boat brother.
He's got JR a lot of contracts though.
Yeah, he did.
You right.
He's got JR a lot of
He
contracts.
ain't get Melo one.
Melo never wanted to conform.
He said it himself.
Melo said he
Melo-
wanted to perform now.
He's late on the conformity. He's pretty late, especially when it comes to Banana Boat Brothers.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Because Melo has literally always shown that this is about Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, they haven't figured out how to get
It
Chris
should
Paul out of
be.
DC.
Why shouldn't it be?
Oh, I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm just saying you can't be mad now.
Every couple players they make an example out of nigga, and I think Melo is that nigga.
He is
that
a-
could make an example
No, he
out of him, so
literally
they
is.
are. That's how I feel.
It's him and the whole banana boat. Chris Paul, Melo.
I think they was like, all right, Chris Paul, Melo, let's get them the fuck out of here. Dwayne Wade's retired.
I think once Dwayne Wade retired, they was like, let's push the rest of these niggas out that's not LeBron.
Yeah.
And they want to make space for the young guys.
That makes
being
sense.
honest.
I mean, if we're going to be honest, let's be honest. The niggas that's getting pushed out, horrible teammates.
Nobody said Melo's a horrible teammate.
People fuck with Melo. He just always went right in the strip club.
Has anybody ever said he was a good teammate?
Yeah, nobody complains about Melo.
You know,
as a
there's
teammate.
niggas fuck with Melo. Like, they fuck with, that's my nigga. But I don't know if they fuck with him on some, it's winning time.
This is what I'm saying.
that
Like
could be-
he's
that could be true.
he's not a team
Player. One thing I will say is that
Nah,
they don't really
Melo-
talk
if
bad
Melo
about
was-
Melo, but the
if
one thing
Melo
niggas do
was,
say is
like-
he focus on scoring too much.
no, niggas
Yeah,
do-
this is something that's come out mad times.
No,
Huh?
no. I'm not gonna let y'all fly. Y'all gotta bring facts.
Okay, we can bring the fact. Hold up.
One,
Who else said that? There's a few other like
y'all gotta bring facts because y'all know how this nigga said shit go. Remember when niggas was saying Lou Will? That I'm not saying y'all niggas is wrong and y'all niggas is stupid, but we all have fell victim to the niggas said in regards to sports takes. And I think niggas have fell victim to a lot of and with Melo what the niggas said, and that teammate shit is a nigga said because niggas don't talk bad about Melo at all.
But you think, but not talking bad.
Oh, that's not talking
No,
bad.
I'm not
I mean,
saying.
they talk good though.
Yes, they do.
No,
Lance Thomas, all these niggas.
but
Yes,
those is
bro.
niggas.
Lance Thomas,
Yes.
J.R.
But
Smith.
that's what I'm saying. Those is niggas. You name
Nah,
niggas.
Lance Thomas, J.R. Smith. If you go
But
any
you,
any
no,
teammate,
but no, you're
any
missing the point.
teammate.
You naming niggas.
All right. So this is what I'm
niggas
saying.
shit.
This is what I'm saying. I can give you multiple niggas that have spoken good.
But can you give me winning niggas?
The same person that said
Yes,
that
nigga.
spoke good about him. Chauncey Billups spoke about him.
Exactly. They all fuck with Melo. Nobody has ever said he's a bad teammate. That's never come out of no player's
That's
mouth.
not what I'm saying. So
I don't think you have to be.
I think you can say I personally think he's a bad teammate.
No.
Players aren't
I'm not
he's a
saying.
bad
I'm.
teammate.
But when you say bad teammate, you take that. I think people take that as a niggas being Terrell Owens, and what Chauncey Billups described is a bad teammate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
I don't think niggas is gonna walk around just saying
No,
I
but
don't
that
play with Melo.
But that's
but
the thing.
Nobody's gonna come to his aid like I want that nigga on my team.
But that's also. But you said what I'm saying is if Chauncey, I agree with you because if Chauncey Billups said, "Yo, that's how he was," and that was it, then I would say he's a bad teammate. But he was like, "But nah. He went hard. The reason why he wanted to do that is because he went hard." They took that quote and said that and left out the rest of what he said.
But did
But-
he go hard as the leader of the team?
I see
That's
now.
what he said. I can't.
I'm not gonna call Chauncey Billups a liar, but I think that was Chauncey. I seen exactly I seen when Chauncey Billups said that shit on TV, and I think Chauncey Billups was trying to make the statement that he was saying that was 100% true a nice statement.
And I'm gonna also
He was
say
probably
this.
saying that
I'm gonna also
he
say this
focused on
too.
winning.
Because that sounds bad. What he said about Carmelo sounds bad. He
And I'ma
said
say this
if
too.
the nigga didn't score 30, the nigga felt like that was a bad game.
And I'm gonna say this too, right? I can't take that opinion, that one part of opinion, and say that's the story for Melo is a bad
right.
teammate. I cannot say that because
we're not
if we
going
look
with
at the
that
years in Denver, if we look at the years in the New York Knicks, year by year, the issues he faced weren't because he was a bad teammate. That wasn't the case.
Again, I'm not. You taking the bad teammate statement. I'm not saying like that nigga was Terrell Owens.
No, and I'm not saying you are saying
what
that.
Chauncey Billups described. That is a bad teammate. If we win,
Now, what I'm saying is I don't
like
agree
right now,
with what...
like right now, for what we're doing right now, if we get fucking 1,000 views, from talking about fucking from a clip that we're talking about sports or something, and you mad because it wasn't a clip that was more of us talking about something that mattered. That would be a bad teammate.
Right, but I don't think that example applies here because that's not what he said and left it at. Because here's what I'm saying, right? Because what I'm saying is why I agree with the first half and then I agree with the second half too. Because what I'm saying is I'm not gonna say, all right, this first part is true, but I doubt the second part is true. If I'm gonna take everything he said, I'm gonna agree with everything he said. That part does describe a bad teammate. But then when you add nuance and say, oh, because he used to go hard, he showed up every day, he practiced hard, da 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 da.
Oh, nah, those aspects I'm not taking away. I'm not taking away those aspects.
And that's why I'm saying, like, that whole statement, he didn't describe just a bad teammate. He described a person that had a flaw more so than a bad teammate, period. And then and what I'm saying is, and then when I look at that and say, all right, I'm gonna take that number shit and I'm gonna take the bad right here and say, all right, if Chauncey, let's say Chauncey is buttering up with that part, you know what I'm saying? Trying to save face. Let's look at Melo's game year by year, and let's look at what he did on the court year by year, and what were the factors year by year. And I can't say Melo was the problem here.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm not saying I don't think Melo was the problem on any team he played on.
Yeah.
But when you go into the locker room with a nigga and we just won, but that nigga's sulking because he had 25.
Or
I don't want to play with that nigga.
Vice versa, right? Say y'all just lose.
And this nigga's at the top of the world.
But here's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with what y'all saying. I think y'all are taking that one part and staying on that one part. I'm agreeing with the whole shit.
You know why I'm taking...
Y'all are discounting that part and saying that don't describe a good teammate, but this describes a bad teammate. And that's what y'all are saying. I'm not saying y'all are wrong.
No.
But what I'm saying is, if you're going to say this constitutes a bad teammate, and then you can't discount this describing a good teammate. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
That makes sense?
I'm not...
Because if I say, yo, sometimes Colton be getting me tight, but that nigga hold me down. He rah, and then somebody runs and says, "Oh, Colton not a good friend." I'm gonna check him like, nah, Colton get me tight. Don't get me wrong, but he's this, and this.
Oh, but
he's not a bad
friend.
Hold
on, but this all started because we're talking about if LeBron's a bad friend, and with everything that we're saying here, LeBron is not a bad friend.
I'm not saying he is a bad friend.
No, but I'm saying that's why this all started. We asked, is LeBron a bad friend?
Oh, no, exactly. But we
everything that we just said here, perfectly makes me know that LeBron isn't a bad friend.
But we didn't disagree on the LeBron.
But I think that my stance was more about the LeBron thing and the Melo thing. Because here's what I think from my end. I think that Melo isn't a bad teammate, but I think that he's a bad leader based on the level of talent that he has, right? And that was
Jay Cutler.
Huh?
He's Jay Cutler.
But my only thing is
Jay Cutler was not that good.
Nah, Jay Cutler has a crazy arm.
But the only thing is like why I always
he's not a leader.
I take people's opinions, but I want to know why y'all say.
But I mean, he's not, no. It's different than Jay Cutler because that's different. Jay Cutler's
well, I'll tell you why I said that about Melo. What Chauncey Billups said, Chauncey Billups reaffirmed something that I always felt. I could see that on that nigga.
And that's what I'm saying. I pointed that out to you because it reaffirms what you were saying. You're like, oh yeah, I thought he was a bad teammate.
I never thought he was a bad team. Like that, I don't think.
I'm saying everybody got bad qualities, but I'm not gonna say like, Jordan was a shit teammate, but he's trash now. Fuck no.
He was a shit teammate.
Different. Too. I'm saying that.
But
Melo,
I just said that because for the question that we asked, why Braun ain't give Melo a contract yet? Mm. And especially on a team with him.
But the reason why is because what I'm about to say. Melo, to me, was still exuding the qualities that LeBron had when he was first on Cleveland. Like, everybody fucks with Melo. Melo seems like a cool fucking nigga. Like, he'll come here and do the show with us type of nigga, right? But that is not the same thing as leading a group of men. I feel like everybody kicked it with this nigga, fucked with this nigga, they get up with this nigga. But all them niggas from that generation started being on that winning time shit. Even JR. Right, like JR had to stop the bullshit. They like, nah, we back in Cleveland. Like,
so I got a point. It's not to counter you.
Yeah.
Not to counter you. So do you think winning and losing constitutes that opinion? Because I'm gonna add a piece. Everywhere LeBron goes, he gets rid of people. As much as he gets people contracts, he gets rid of people. You see what he did to his team last year. So an opinion could be had that LeBron could be a bad teammate, but he wins.
Nah, niggas fuck with LeBron.
One thing,
LeBron bringing
that's
the
not
all
the
one
way
thing.
true,
The one
true.
thing, but not everybody fucks with LeBron. But the one thing I will say about the Melo thing, the only thing I will say about Melo is like my favorite player is Kobe, so I like niggas that go after it. If they try to get it, they trying to get it. But the one difference between Melo and Kobe's mindset is I feel like if Kobe has 50 and they lost, he's tight.
Yeah.
But
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if Melo has 50 and they lost, he don't really care.
I don't know
He
if
had
that's
50.
true though.
I think he might be mad, but I don't think it's showing the way that other niggas have. Like he had competitive fire, of course.
Look, here's the thing, and that's why I say we forget the basketball part when we start talking narratives. We got to talk basketball. Melo on every team that Melo had to be on, especially after Denver, he had to put up 50. You get what I'm saying? And what Knicks team was a formidable Knicks team?
Right.
With Melo.
But that's not the point. I think that.
But see, that pushes back on my selfish aspect. Like
how is he selfish for having a bad team?
No. See, but the team was bad because he was selfish.
The team was bad.
Yeah.
Personnel wise, didn't fit.
All right, but if the Knicks don't trade the house for Melo, are y'all bad?
But is that Melo's fault?
I'm not. Yeah, you can kind of say
No, not really.
Because the Knicks know they could. The Knicks didn't think they had a chance.
Nah, that's crazy.
If the Knicks don't make the trade, if they think they have a chance of free agency.
The one thing I will say about
the Knicks make a trade if they think they have a chance of free agency.
I don't think the selfishness is bad. Like Melo was selfish.
You can't say he's selfish because he got traded to the Knicks.
But remember when Jeremy Lin blew up and he got that nigga traded out off the team?
Melo got Jeremy Lin traded.
We can't say LeBron gets everybody traded and Melo can't get nobody traded.
Melo
I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with nobody. I'm saying where y'all getting what factors is that Melo got Jeremy Lin traded?
I never heard it, but I just didn't. I don't know, but I just didn't like how I questioned it. Like it's impossible.
I'm gonna send it to you.
You're acting like I'm sending.
I'm gonna send it to you guys in the chat. But basically, Melo, he didn't necessarily be like, go get this nigga out of here, but he was like telling niggas, oh shit. He was like telling niggas in the Knicks front office that
no, back then nigga.
He was telling niggas in
the
the Knicks front office like he's not really feeling Jeremy Lin, like he's not really fucking with it. Like he was like,
but we see what Jeremy Lin turned into after 4 games.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying that Melo he wants to be the only star, which I think is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
But that's not true.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that my problem is if you put Melo on any because every team that could use him, I can't even really think of a team that could use him, right? Like I think I'll give you an example. When he was on OKC, right? The Melo I saw because he went as Hoodie Melo and shit, right? The nigga brings a certain level of gravitas no matter what because he's Carmelo Anthony. Niggas grew up on him like they grew up on LeBron, right? But what you need from a nigga like that, right? If you a young nigga who's jumping out the gym, you Grant and all these niggas, right, on OKC, you need a nigga that's gonna be in 9 young blood, like get in the gym, get in the fucking gym, X, Y, and Z, right? And that's the difference to me. Niggas said LeBron, they said that's one thing they wasn't expecting last season. This nigga came was like, the fuck y'all doing? Get your shit in order. Like I'm not
facts.
Yeah.
No, see now, those points, that I fuck with because it's true. Niggas have always said, speaking of him, niggas have always said Carmelo's not the motivation. He like, yo, he a one-on-one nigga, like this my nigga, let's get it. You get what I'm saying? He's never been that leader. And that's true as fuck.
And that's what a lot of teams
That's
need
true
now,
as fuck.
especially
A lot of niggas need that now.
Yeah.
And then also going to OKC, the Rockets, where you a third, you not in charge, my nigga. And you not playing your game.
But that's a alright. leadership is sacrifice, correct?
But he sacrificed. That's the point I'm making. He's sacrificing OKC, all the teams.
Houston.
He
Knicks.
sacrificed.
He literally sacrificed himself out of the league.
Yeah.
When he was already on that way, that was already the way he was going. What I'm saying is, when you're a leader, you sacrifice when you're supposed to.
Right.
In your prime, you don't sacrifice towards the tail end.
What didn't he sacrifice in his prime?
In his prime, Carmelo Anthony could have waited on signing the bullshit max, the first max. Mm-hmm. He could have waited, became a free agent. He wouldn't have got the old super max. Mm-hmm. So he forced the trade to the Knicks.
No.
How did he not force the trade?
They didn't have to trade for him.
They didn't think they would get him in free agency. That's what I would believe.
That's the Knicks being stupid. That's not Carmelo being dumb. That's the Knicks being dumb. The Knicks made a stupid trade. Even Knicks fans agree with that.
Point. I think a lot of times we think that niggas be having. I do think they made a stupid trade, and I think that a lot of times we think that niggas have the juice that they had, that LeBron has, and also a juice that a lot of niggas have now because of social media, this and that and the third, right? So when that Knicks shit happened, that was what, 2012?
Carmelo, we can't say Carmelo ain't had no juice.
Not like LeBron.
I ain't saying he had LeBron.
He also
Carmelo had juice.
One thing I will say
Melo
back
had
then,
juice.
that Melo would have
had
been like,
juice.
I'm not trying to be traded. They wouldn't have traded that nigga.
No, facts. He has no trade clauses in his shit. He has to say, I want to get traded. Yeah. So, yes, you can say, I want to get traded. But you can't say, I'm on the Knicks now. The Knicks.
But he had a no trade clause, so he had to agree to a trade.
Right. So, if he wants to get traded there, right, and if the Knicks make an offer and you want to go to the Knicks, why wouldn't you not? What do you want to do? Stay on Denver?
Now, hold up.
But also, you forgetting that him and George Karl was beefing. You also forgetting that George Karl put out a book disparaging Carmelo. Carmelo wanted to get out of Denver. I'm not forgetting.
I don't forget that.
So even if he wanted to get out of Denver, the Knicks still have to trade for him. I think niggas look at Melo in this sense. That like he's the one that forced Denver, that he's the one that signed the paperwork.
That's not how that works.
The Knicks made a stupid fucking trade. That's exactly what happened. They got overzealous in this. They could have not traded for him. Period. What the Knicks fucked that trade up because instead of waiting for him to get a free agent, they was like, let's get him now. Let's just get him now.
I'm not disagreeing with you. He's complicit in it though. Because he had to agree, and you know what you got to walk into.
I think that you're basing it on this era. So, like, a good example is the AD shit. Perfect example, right?
Wait, what you mean I'm basing it on this era?
Like, what you're saying is as if, like, Melo was going
to... Because we can go to Melo's first re-sign off the rookie deal.
But
because, hold up.
But here's what I'm saying, right? Melo, you're saying that because Melo wanted out of Denver...
I'm saying Melo was always about bread. That's why Melo is in the position that he's in right now, basketball-wise. He was always about the bread.
Here's what you're fucking up. Here's the point you're fucking up. He's about the bread, but you're using the wrong point. The part where he fucked up was he was supposed to go to Miami and sign for less.
This deal is a part of that, though.
Right.
You started so I couldn't finish.
No.
The rookie deal. He wasn't... They all came together. They all came together and said they wasn't going to re-sign off the rookie deal. They was going to let them shits play out and only re-up for 3 + 1. That's how D-Wade, Bosh, and Braun came together. Melo re-up for a full 4 + 1.
Nah, that was after. That was later. He did another 4 later with the Knicks. The contract you talking about is the one they were all looking at for... They went to Heat in 2010.
Yeah, that was off of that. But remember, the rookie deals is 3 + 1.
Yes. You're right.
So he had to re-up
the 2010.
Exactly.
Yes,
so that first, remember they all did 7 years at the first spot. So they re-up off the rookie deal, but they didn't re-up for 4 + 1. They re-up for another 3 + 1, so they could cut out if the team wasn't doing what they were supposed to do. Melo was like, bread. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm reading up for all the bread they're giving me.
He said that on ESPN himself.
I'm reading up for all the bread that they're giving me. He told that story
himself. But what I'm saying is, when you say he's a selfish... All right, now, you say he's a selfish player because of that. I can't agree
when I say selfish player, sounds like I'm saying he's a selfish basketball player.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He's selfish.
And in
He's
terms of
about
money,
he's about the bread.
Absolutely.
If he wasn't about the bread, Melo would still be. Nah, I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking about the person. On the court, I'm not talking about on the court. But on the court, off the court. The shit about Brad.
If we talk about like leadership,
the sulking and shit like that, that's the shit that I'm talking about. The basketball shit.
That's a very selfish. You know what I'm saying? Very different. When you want, like, I felt like when I was talking about the Jeremy Lin shit, he didn't really force Jeremy Lin out, but it was like one of those things where, like, if the GM sits with their star player and they're like, see how this kid is wilding? The star player like, I'm not really feeling that nigga.
But he wasn't wilding at the time. This is the wrong time, man.
No, it was I'm gonna send y'all the article.
Because what happened was, it wasn't during.
I don't think Melo was wrong about that.
No,
I don't think he was wrong either. But
this is why it wasn't even the height of Lin's shit. Because remember, Melo wasn't playing.
Oh yeah.
That's why he was going off like that. Melo came back and they didn't mesh, and he was already on a downward spiral by then.
Yeah. Also, he was beefing with D'Antoni, and D'Antoni was fucking with Lin more than he was fucking with Melo.
But what really happened was, with Jeremy Lin, he had a $32 million option at the end of his shit. So they weren't. So at the end of the season, they were going to have to pay him if they weren't going to pay Melo. And it was like, do you want us to pay somebody else or pay Lin? Why would you pay Lin $32 million if you can get somebody else? But what happened was the Knicks never got. No, actually, I think they got Kid in them that next year.
Yeah, they did. But the crazy thing about Melo wanting Brad is if he does what they do, if he links up, goes to Miami, they do. First of all, they got way more ships in Miami if they do that.
Man,
they might have never left. They might still be there right now.
What?
Chris Bosh, old ass, will just be in a chair somewhere on the bench.
What?
They still winning rings right now.
Still be playing right now.
Melo's still in the league right now. If they do that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Less wear and tear on.
The Spurs that year.
Less wear and tear on all of these niggas if they do that.
Also,
they can't. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all old niggas gotta say if we do that.
Yeah.
Because we about to leave here with 8.
I forgot they were supposed to be the first Warriors.
We about to leave here with 8. We about to leave here with 8, son.
On a team with anybody, I believe, is smoking.
We about to leave here with 8 as Mel. And
that shit that
listen
Bro
to me.
saying was sick.
It was happening.
Nah.
It was happening, bro. It was happening.
They was gonna do a 5-piece.
It was happening.
100% honestly.
It was happening, and they would have got Chris Bosh dumbass down there somehow. I'm Chris Paul dumbass.
So let me ask you a question then, right now.
Facts.
Let me ask you a question, real rap.
What up?
Do the remaining niggas end up playing together before it's all said and done?
Nah.
Chris Paul's gonna end up in.
They all.
Chris Paul's gonna end up in LA before the season.
You think so?
Yes.
You think so? Nah.
They ain't do it yet. But it's gonna end up happening, bro. Nobody's gonna trade for him. That team is gonna be trash.
You think they're gonna buy him out and send him to?
That's what I was about to say. I think what they're gonna.
I've been saying you're gonna ruin the young niggas. You're gonna ruin them.
He's gonna. What they're gonna do is they're gonna let him play for like a month or 2, right? They're gonna see how he's around the young niggas.
It's gonna be
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is gonna start wilding. He's gonna take Chris Paul's spot. They're gonna buy out Chris Paul. Chris Paul's gonna end up on the Lakers. I swear to God.
Just to even
tell
you how much
for them to even give Chris Paul
how much is left on his shit? 140.
Because think about how many picks and shit they got.
80 million right now.
Like
OKC got 80
and
million.
OKC has mad bread right now. They got mad picks. Yeah, so that means
that doesn't go against it. Wait.
They gotta buy him out.
Do they have they might still have
year by year.
They might still have the what's in it though. They might still have that shit that they put in so they get like one big buyout.
Nah, it's Chris Paul.
They use that on somebody else.
Niggas, remember he's the top dog. The reason why his contract is so fucked up.
Because he's fucking
has to get that last.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
It's like he can't.
What is it, like 32 or 44?
No, it's 40 something.
140.
No, but I'm saying the last year.
The last one was like 45,
right?
bro. 44, 45. The last 2 was like 44, 45, bro.
Nah, we don't need him. We don't need that money.
Where you coming with that bread? He gotta play somewhere.
Yeah,
he gotta play somewhere.
Unless
they can't buy him out.
If they buy him out, it's gonna be like 80 or 100 million.
And he not doing that. That's 2 years. That's only 2 years of his 4 years contract.
There's nobody in the league that won him.
Nope.
Except for us. And we not paying that.
We not paying that shit, bro. We can't pay that shit, bro.
Nah, I'm pretty sure there's niggas in the league that want him. Nobody wants to pay him that though.
He's
not worth it right now.
That's what I mean. They don't want him.
He's not worth it. If he was worth it, I'm pretty sure anybody would want to pay him. He's not worth it.
Yeah.
Unless he's about to show us something. Unless he's about to show us something this year.
Maybe because he's not making anybody a contender.
He's not.
He's a piece.
He hasn't for a while.
Who wants a $45 million piece?
He hasn't for a while.
That show you that his longevity is not really.
Unless.
Only because of money. Only because of money. Not skill.
No, I'm talking about longevity. Like,
I'm about to tell you the longest shot though. If New Orleans gets crazy, looking like something,
they can bring him back.
If New Orleans get crazy and start looking like something,
nah, that wouldn't happen because I feel like it would destroy Lonzo for us as a career.
Oh, I forgot they got Lonzo. My bad. I forgot about Lonzo. Bro. I forgot.
You're right.
This is actually interesting. I want to stay on this for a second. Where the fuck could Chris Paul go?
All right, let's talk.
Let's
pull up the team.
I'm phoning over there.
I'm insane.
There's not many places where
Places that make sense. Like not just like they got money. Like places that make sense.
Oh, the Hornets? Because who the fuck they got over there?
Nah, that don't make sense.
No, it don't make sense. They don't got no.
I mean, the same thing as OKC.
Yeah,
You're right. The same thing as
Michael Jordan doesn't pay people.
You're right.
And he just sold like a quarter of the team.
What the Clippers got?
Jesus, no.
Nah.
But they would
got beef with that nigga.
Who?
Him and Doc Rivers don't fuck with each other.
Doc Rivers and Pat Beverly.
Yeah, they OD got beef. Remember the brawl?
Nigga, don't Rondo and Chris Paul got beef?
Yeah. He can't come through either.
Nah, don't get rid of Chris Paul. I mean, for Rondo. Yeah.
Right.
You don't get Rondo.
Yeah, we really don't.
Celtics. Now they got Kemba. I mean, not Kemba.
Yeah, Minnesota?
Kemba, yeah.
Minnesota?
Nah.
Minnesota?
That's not even.
Nah, they got Derek. He's back too.
Yeah, he's better than Chris Paul.
Who does what does Luka Doncic play?
Mavericks. He
plays
played
the 3. He plays the 3.
But he played the 1 though.
Yeah, he played the 1, but he played
Bucks?
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It actually
Because
will
they
work.
start Eric Bledsoe.
It will work, yeah.
fuck
And they
Eric
have pieces
Bledsoe.
to trade.
It will work.
Eric Bledsoe's his little man's too from the Clippers.
Yeah, it will work.
That's his little homie.
It will work. It will
But
work.
they would have to get rid of Eric Bledsoe for him.
Yeah.
And keep George Hill.
Yeah,
as his
it will
backup.
work though. It will work.
The 76ers. Don't matter.
Giannis, nah.
Nah.
They already got Ben Simmons.
Detroit.
He's a better point guard.
Benjamin Simmons.
Detroit. Go back with him and Blake Griffin hate each other.
Yeah, they don't fuck with each other though.
Pieces.
He can go to the
Minnesota?
Pacers, but I don't think he don't want to ruin them little niggas.
Pacers ain't doing shit, man.
They some young niggas that always make the playoffs and never get far.
Yeah,
They might need a little point guard.
They do.
Who's on the Magic? No niggas.
The Magic? It's
Nah,
just
they
a bunch
suck.
of young
It
niggas.
is so.
Markelle Fultz is there now.
A bunch of young niggas and who's
Markel
that
Fultz
old
is
nigga that
fine.
just always been on the Magic for years? Is it Jameer Nelson?
Jameer Nelson.
Damn, that's what we got.
Or DJ Augustine? I was confused them niggas.
I didn't even know we was that deep in.
That's a fact, yeah.
So quick fights. Shout out to Israel Adesanya getting that belt, middleweight belt, UFC.
You feel me?
Beat up that nigga Whitaker. Nigga said he wasn't gonna be able to do it. 2-pieced him, put him out. Night. Black niggas is back.
Ain't dancing his intro.
Nigga, what?
That
Dance
nigga
with
went
crazy.
crazy.
Stomp the yard on you, bitch ass.
Stomp the yard on you, bitch
It
ass
just had
niggas.
enough energy to beat the shit out
To
of you.
beat the fuck out.
Think
this
about that
nigga.
shit. You do a dance routine and got enough energy to beat the dog shit out.
And he knocked this nigga out after getting taking a crazy. He got punched mad crazy.
Punched mad
and
hard.
hit this nigga with two.
Counter.
Boom, boom.
Counters.
And then was gonna hit him with a third one, but the nigga was already like, oh, I'm dying.
He dead. Fuck out of here. We was talking. We had a good heated boxing debate. Like this week, we had a good heated basketball debate. But last week we had a boxing debate, and y'all was like, boxing. Whatever. Boxing wasn't gonna come back. We got in a heated debate about it, and I wanted to come back to it because what happened this weekend is one of the reasons why boxing fell off. And if you don't know why boxing fell off, it was a lot of corruption.
Politicking.
Fights they shouldn't have won just so they can fight bigger fights and fight fighters. That's the bullshit that happened. And you can't. Boxing fans are like, we know boxing.
Niggas know boxing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas know boxing. You can't.
Another thing about boxing that I love mostly about boxing is when you watch a match, like, you know when somebody's getting their ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally can't lie about someone getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
Unless the match was literally blow for blow, like they both just punching each other from the beginning to the end.
Like,
even then, you can tell when
the shit is like
someone's,
it's like, you know how
getting
like
fight.
your basketball team losing, you still rah.
Yeah.
Nah, they still better than these niggas. Nah, when your fighter lose, you're like, damn,
that nigga lost.
That nigga lost.
Because it's a fight.
It's a fight.
He like,
different.
It's only two.
That nigga just
one
got
nigga
fucked
and another
up.
nigga, and
You not like, yo,
Somebody
that
gotta
nigga won.
Nah.
No.
You know. When you know,
Unless
you know. So
he
it's like,
got jerked.
and
That's
and that's what happened.
what the fuck happened. Because niggas knew niggas was getting jerked. And this weekend, GGG fought, and I'm a huge GGG fan. Triple G, I love the guy. He wants to fight Canelo again. And he took this fight against Sergey Domenchenkov. Young nigga, man. I
Who
think
on
he
the
was
roids?
Ukrainian.
Which one of them is on the roids?
Neither. Maybe GGG.
It's
GGG.
Canelo.
Canelo in the
Canelo's
roids?
the one who was on the roads. He's
Okay.
the one that kept getting in trouble.
Okay.
Because that nigga's a beast.
He a fucking little
He's a
Mexican
fucking-
destroyer.
And he don't even look
Ginger-headed
Mexican. He's one of those
Yeah,
niggas.
ginger Mexican.
Yo, he's a beast. But anyway,
But yeah.
GGG wants that fight bad. But anyway, he fights this guy.
Not only GGG, but the boxing world wants
The
that
boxing
fight,
world
so
wants
that's
that
why
fight.
that happened.
You know what I'm saying? So the boxing one wants this fight, and he's in Kazakhstan. No, they're not in Kazakhstan, but GGG's in there. We're actually in New York, but GGG has a big fan base in New York. Everybody was there to see him fight, but in the building, everybody knew he not really. He got a knockdown. He scored a knockdown early, but to say he decisively won that fight is crazy. It's crazy. So if anything fucks up boxing, is going to be that
Politics and corruption, man. Like, it's gonna be them trying to chase to get the big
Because
card.
but
it looks stupid.
Because here's the thing: it's not like boxing fans are sore losers.
They're not.
Everybody in the world was Anthony Joshua fans. Andy Ruiz has a worldwide fan base now, bro. Nobody hates Andy Ruiz for beating up Anthony Joshua. You get what I'm saying? Niggas just crowned him like, yo,
You got it.
you got it.
And it's
You know what
another
I'm
thing.
saying?
Another thing I realized about true boxing fans: niggas is also not fickle. Like, if niggas who fuck with GGG and he lost, you gonna come back and bust his.
You gonna come back and bust his ass. You want a rematch.
That's how niggas feel.
That's
That's
how
how
niggas
I mean. Because remember when I was talking about Deontay Wilder and
Yeah.
how he didn't get no pushback for tying with us, nigga,
Yeah,
even though
yeah.
everybody wants him to win. You get what I'm saying? Everybody was just like, all right, let's see them fight
Let's see
again.
the fight again. Because
Because
everybody knew it
fighting
could have
is-
went either way.
Fighting combat sports and regular sports is so. Well, first of all, it's singular. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, nigga, get in the gym, work on it, and come back, knock this nigga out next time. You feel
Yeah.
me? Come with a new fight plan. Like, we're watching a football game right now, and the score is what it is, but I don't think it's going to stay that way. I think the Chiefs are going to end up turning this around and smoking these niggas. And if they don't, I think it's an anomaly. Because that's usually what it is when a lesser team wins. For the Colts, though, it's like they could play this game 1,000 times this season. The Colts are probably never going to win.
But that's all.
But in boxing, it's like you
Boxing,
fight 1,000 times, and
punch.
you never know.
Exactly.
All of us
It's
is
because
crazy.
the puncher's chance, and that shit is about like the puncher's chance shit is like probably my favorite thing.
I hate when they use that term in other sports because it's not.
It's
really
not
a
the same.
puncher's
It's
chance
literally
in
not the
other
same. Because puncher's chance is literally you could be whooping a nigga ass and he just throw one random jab that just knocks you the fuck
And he
out,
wins.
clean out, and he won. He didn't train. He just knows like if I just hit him in the right like.
Yo,
That shit is crazy.
Just it's off this right here. If I put Jacoby Brissett next to Patrick Mahomes, no names on these niggas, no jerseys, no teams, nothing. I bet you 9 times out of 10, when it's quarterback picking time, and I tell you these are the quarterbacks you got to choose from, you gonna pick Patrick Mahomes because he looks better at doing this. Pause. Not even like structurally. He just looks. He looks like a more. His physique is more like, oh, this nigga look like he.
Oh, you
look
be
like
playing
an
sports
athlete.
balls. That guy be playing sports
This
balls.
nigga Jacoby Brissett look like he used to be an accountant.
Your shit is very valid. I think the argument you just made about why boxing is so tough and the punch and chance shit is real because a fucking 7-game series, it's like you said, it's an anomaly. It's so rare. That's why I can remember one 7-game series. I was like, oh shit. It's that shit when the Warriors beat the fucking
And that shit wasn't even really an anomaly, bro.
because it wasn't
Because
that,
the Warrior that year in the West, 1 to 8 was separated by like 7 games.
It wasn't much at all. So that's a good point, right? If in a 7-game series, like for instance, this Lakers team right now, like well, we haven't seen anybody play yet. But let's just argue, like for instance, like the Pelicans, right? So the Pelicans are a young nigga team. They're gonna win some games, right? But them niggas ain't beating LeBron and Anthony Davis in 7 fucking
4
games.
games.
You know what it is? And you know what it
They
is?
shouldn't.
Because teams is not individual. Like, if 2
Yeah.
people are mentally off that game, the whole team's off.
That's a
You
fact.
get what I'm saying? So it's like, with boxing, it's like, no, you go get it right. And that's it. It's only on
That's
you.
it. You can't be off, nigga. You're gonna get knocked out. What happens
So
when
you,
you're off?
so So you
But you don't even gotta be off to lose.
get knocked
Like,
out
all
also.
I need is for
You
this
could be
nigga to
focused, nigga.
all I
Anthony
need is
Joshua
for this nigga
was
not to be
on.
on his best.
Niggas
Anthony
be
Joshua
focused.
was on.
Sometimes, and then you know what I love about boxing? Sometimes
But
you
what's
can be
he on
so
his best?
focused. You
Exactly.
can be so focused.
And
that
if you're not
fucks
on your
you up.
best, I could beat your ass.
How many times have niggas like just been laser focused, but like they're too focused, and then they like they get fucked up because they're too focused now. Like Deontay Wilder knocked some nigga out because like the nigga literally like he's mad good at counterpunching, but every time he counters, every time he ducks, he like winds back.
Talking about David Ortiz?
Yeah, I know the tall white dude that
Okay,
Deontay
yeah,
Wilder
yeah.
like he backed up and just punched him in the top of the head and the nigga just fell. Like the nigga like that guy's mad good at counterpunching. But Deontay Wilder said literally every time he try to hit me with a punch, he does like a duck down counter and swings back. He was I just waited for that moment. And it's just like sometimes niggas be so
Let's talk about
focused.
That's the thing.
That's what that
Anomalous,
niggas
right?
And that's what boxing is. Like, it's like a split
pick up.
second decision. Like, you gotta just.
pick up with
And that's why it's so dope. Like, the nigga started beating up GGG because he punched him in the stomach instead of the head. Like, that's it.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, your body's weak. Ba, 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 ba,
Exactly.
The wild shit about anomalies is in other sports, some shits happen rarely, but
Rarely,
what they do
rarely.
is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
look how many times the Cavs played the Warriors and lost, and then that one time,
That's still
a
the most-
bunch of shit happened in the universe.
That's still the most.
for them to get a W.
work.
I'm gonna be honest. I wish that we was doing a show then. That was the most unbelievable shit I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
It was the wildest string of events.
That shit to this day, people
Wow.
don't talk about how amazing LeBron is for that shit. And Kyrie came through.
I
But
was about to say, don't
I
leave
mean,
Kyrie out.
they
only
were
time-
both equally amazing for that.
That
what
was
they did.
literally the
But there
day
was a
that
wild
outside
sequence of
decided,
events
bro.
that led up to them being
It was
amazing.
literally that game. Like literally after he got the block, and then when he came down and almost boomed it on Draymond but missed the dunk. I remember being like, I gotta respect this nigga. I gotta stop.
Nigga.
Shit going too crazy.
But there's so much shit that led up to these
No, I
things
know, I
happening.
know.
It was
It
just
was crazy.
like throughout the whole playoffs, throughout the whole season, just things that led up that was just like
You know who was
Just like last year, things that led up
Shannon Fryer,
injuries for the
nigga.
Warriors.
yeah,
But ass,
Shannon
son.
Fryer was torching niggas, son. I remember that fucking series.
Smoking,
James Johnson. What's his name? Hit the three and lost his shoe. My man's, I forgot his name. Fuck. The white boy.
Mike Miller.
Oh, I'm thinking, is that Miami?
Yeah, that was my.
Yo, that Miami shit was tough too. That nigga hit a three and lost his shoe. Niggas was like, oh, Jesus Christ. These niggas
He
was
deserves.
Mike
Yo,
Miller, man.
the crazy shit
Was he
is
really idiot?
LeBron deserves way more respect than we give him.
oh for sure.
But like, I don't think he's gonna get it till it's over.
Nah, yeah, so
He
it's a
won't.
dub for that. You can just quit that right
He's
now.
not gonna get it till it's over.
Facts. Yeah, facts. Any final hates, man?
My final hate is gonna go to people who think that pre-Super Bowl NFL era shit doesn't matter. Just they're the same people who think that pre-merger NBA shit doesn't matter. And it's just like, no, that's not how history works. The NFL is celebrating 100 seasons right now. They're not celebrating 53. They're celebrating 100. So that means the shit that happened prior to the fucking Super Bowl era, that shit definitely matters.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely exactly the same way like the shit that happened prior to the ABA-NBA merger. That shit matters. It doesn't matter that them niggas had jobs and that they played in the league. They were still some of the premier athletes of their day, and they still got smoked by Wilt Chamberlain. That's the facts that I was just trying to bring it to.
I like it.
My final hate is for the Dallas PD. I know that you killed Joshua Brown. I know you did that shit.
Spicy.
We didn't even get to talk about that one.
We did. I'm R.I.P. Joshua Brown.
I'm gonna have to talk about that this week, man.
I know that y'all did that shit. That's all I gotta say about that. I know y'all did that shit.
R.I.P. bro. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I got final hate.
I do. I find hate for the people that don't understand that the reason they even put these court cases and shit on TV, if they do it, it's to fuck with you. Offer it.
Yeah.
Offer it. Y'all putting your faith in the justice system in which you don't put your faith
Psychological.
So it's all you gotta be careful with what you put your energy into, because if you got too invested in this Amber Guyger shit, I can see it emotionally shaking you. And I'm telling y'all this because this media shit is crazy, especially with social media. Be careful what you digest. Make sure you're not emotionally invested in a lot of this shit, because a lot of this shit is planned to keep fucking pissing you off, and because they know you're in a state to where you feel like you can't do shit. So what I'm saying is, if you feel like you can't do shit, stop paying this shit mind, because you only gonna emotionally keep fucking yourself up.
Also,
Or get ready for war, my nigga. That's really it.
Yeah, you get up and do something then.
I was just going to tell him, also take a probiotic. It helps with your digestive system.
Facts. Fendi.
But since he ain't have no hate, I actually got some hate for Colton. Since he ain't had no hate, I got some like reverse hate. Like, I don't know what it is. Fuck it. So they making remakes of everything. You know what I want to see a remake of?
What?
I want to see like an updated version of House Party.
No, but they're making that.
What?
LeBron's making it.
You know why?
Who the fuck told LeBron?
You know why I want to see it? You know why I want to see it? Because they just gonna put DC Young Fly in it. No disrespect, I like that nigga, but I don't like him in movies.
Why is LeBron doing? Okay, now I gotta find a way. LeBron.
Did y'all see how mad I got when these niggas said LeBron?
Wait until you're out of here.
LeBron do that.
LeBron got his hand in every cookie jar.
Relax,
bro.
relax.
You're not an A&R. You're not a battle rap expert.
Relax.
Like,
What the fuck,
LeBron, just like, you trying to,
nigga, if you
you
don't
trying
win-
to own Taco
if you don't win a
Tuesday.
fucking
This nigga
championship
crazy.
this year, nigga,
Just go play basketball,
you
please.
motherfucker.
You're
Who
amazing.
told you to remake House Party? Just cancel that shit. I changed my mind.
Nigga
I
said,
changed my
you
mind
know what
already.
they need to do? They need to remake House Party. Oh, they redoing that. Who told them to do that shit?
That's how real. That's why you know in this era
That's how
you
you
can't
know
do
it's
house
era.
parties.
No, fuck it, forget it.
Hey, chick, forget it.
Forget it.